Yo guys, it's me again and welcome to the Teambuilder for LPDL Week 4. I am fighting against Cass, who apparently is still undefeated, so I am in for a rough time. But yeah, I won my last game versus Pop in a really close game. I went down to timer, but I think we would have won anyway. Like, I think there was only one turn left anyway, so it was fine. It was a very close 1-0 game. So, yeah, I'm enjoying Little Cup, but it's quite tough for me. Like, I'm not really feeling too confident in my team. That being said, I'm also too lazy to try and fix it, quote unquote. Although I did make transactions, like I mentioned in my video from last week. I did drop the Sandile and the Shiphead for Fletchling and Sandygast, mainly because I really wanted to use Fletchling, and with me dropping Sandile for it, because I had to drop a tier 2. I lost my ground type, so I dropped the Shiphead for the Sandygast, which is another ground type. But yeah, both are coming this game. Spoiler alert! Cass has a cool team. He has Charmander, Sandshrew, Clauncher, Ekans, Phantom, Joltik, Alolan Geodude, Esper, Arrokuda, and Smoliv, with the Stara captains being Alolan Geodude and Esper. So yeah, it's quite annoying that I have to fight the Arrokuda again, because I had to prep for it in week 1, which was annoying, and then it didn't come, so he may have an idea of which Arrokuda I expect to come, which could be really annoying if he watches my videos. But anyway, yeah. I think the Clauncher is really scary because we've all seen what Claw Wizard can do in GW low tier. I also think the Alolan Geodude is really scary. It's a really good Pokemon with like solid stats for Little Cup. Other than that, I don't want to see the Ekans because I really don't switch in well against like knockoff plus EQ plus poison step, so that's quite annoying. And then obviously the high tiers and Charmander could be really scary too. What am I bringing to hopefully be the first loss to Cass? At first is my Magnemite coming back from the bench with an Oranberry, Volt Switch Flash Cannon substitute in Steel Beam. I have Analytic because he doesn't have his Steel type, I can Trap. And I don't really need Sturdy. What I have to be wary about is if the Alolan Geodude is Magnet Pull with Terra Ground. That could be really scary for my Magnemite, so then I can't like Volt Switch out in it, so I have to basically sacrifice my Magnemite for the Alolan Geodude, which could be really annoying. That's why I also have Substitute and Steel Beam. So my investment on my Magnemite gives me 20 HP, so my Oranberry gets triggered more easily. I am max speed, so I should outrun everything that I can outrun. I think that includes the Clauncher. I think the Clauncher only goes to 14 speed. Nah, I speed tie the Clauncher. Annoying. So I think I speed tie the I speed the Sandshrew then. Let me see that. Yes, I speed Sandshrew and below, so Sandshrew, Phantom, Smoliv, and Alolan Geodude. Speed type with the Clauncher. Not awesome, but like, nothing more I can do. Yeah. Volt Switch around on everything, to be completely honest, other than the Sandshrew. I have Flash Cannon to hit that quite hard. Like, I should always do hit KO the Sandshrew unless it's like Eviolite max F. And my Substitute Steel Beam is intriguing because, like, if he does go for the Sandshrew, I can basically click the Substitute instead of raw predicting a Flash Cannon. See what the investment is with the Flash Cannon the first time, and if I can trade my Magnemite for the Sandshrew with the Steel Beam, I think I am quite happy with that, to be completely honest with you. Because like I am bringing Sandshrew, I'm bringing Magnemite as my switch-in for the Joltik, as well as like Smoliv and maybe even Phantom, but none of those are really that insanely threatening. So it's mainly a pivot Pokemon, and if I can just break the Pokemon that stops my my Magnemite, from pivoting, I'm quite happy with that. Steel Beam as a nuke is also just really nice to, basically nuke something. So I have Oranberry, so after 2 substitutes I should go back to full. Best case scenario, obviously. Flash Cannon as my main attacking move, Volt Switch as my main move I want to be clicking. Like, if I don't see the Sandshrew, I'm going to Volt Switch around and everything, to be completely honest. Steel Beam in a pinch, because Magnet Rise is illegal, I've learned. So this is Magnemite. It's basically an enabler for my other Pokemon. Second Pokemon is my Munchlax Baby Lasagna. Not last resort this week. No. Curse EQ Ice Punch Body Slam. So, if you look at Cass's team, he has only 2 resists to ground, and both of them are grass types. One of them is a Phantom, so my Munchlax is actually quite good against that because it's immune to the Ghost Step as well. So Ice Punch can actually just go insane against the Phantom and the Smoliv. EQ for basically everything else. And I also have Body Slam because his only normal resist slash immunity is Phantom and then Alolan Geodude. But I do expect Alolan Geodude to Terra out of its typing. So I think this Munchlax has a decent enough offensive matchup. And it's also really important defensively because with Thick Fat, Max HP, Max PDF as I am, I should be able to keep the Charmander in check. Although I did check Charmander and it does actually have a decent enough physical attack, which is not ideal. I didn't really check it for physical moves. I can do that right now. Like, it could run Break, I guess, or like Focus Punch could be really sexy. I mean, if my Munchlax gets Focus Punch by Charmander, it's peak content, you know? I wouldn't even be upset. So yeah, it's a good Pokemon to deal with the Charmander, as well to help out with like Clauncher and Joltik and Esper, I guess. Oh yeah, that's also why I have Magnemite. It's really well against non-Terra Esper. So, yeah. I feel like Munchlax will just be able to be annoying as a special wall and still do decent enough offensive output. Yeah, attacking damage. Third Pokemon is Scrap. It's a loaded dice. Flip turn, Sludge Bomb, Surf, and Skill Shot. Weird investment on my Scrap. I made sure to have enough speed to always outspeed everything after a Skill Shot, other than like Choice Scarf Pokemon, of course. And like, the only reason why I'm actually bringing Skill Shot loaded dice is because like, I can't run Eviolite, spoiler alert, because I already have it on Munchlax, and I'm also bringing it on my Sandygast. And I really didn't want anything else, to be completely honest. So I figured I may as well just run loaded dice Skill Shot, because like we learned that multi-hitting moves are really strong in low tier. And Little Cup low tier. And with a speed investment on my Scrap, it's actually really scary for him to deal with. Because his poison resists, yeah I know, poison resists, are an Alolan Geodude, a Sandshrew, and an Ekans. Alolan Geodude and Sandshrew just dropped to a Surf. Well, Ekans can't really beat me unless it has like EQ and is very offensive. But even Ekans doesn't appreciate taking Surfs from the Scrap, especially adaptability boosted Surfs, so yeah. I think the Skill Shot is just nice to maybe break a Focus Sash, but it's mainly there for the speed boost. Flip Turn is there for momentum, because it is still something I want to be doing. Like, if I can Flip Turn with my Scrap and Volt Switch with my Magnemite, I have a lot of pivoting to get in my next Pokemon. But the Scrap can also be used as like a breaker or maybe even a cleaner if I get the Skill Shot at the right time. I think he will have trouble switching in on my Scrap. It doesn't have the greatest defensive matchup, because I cannot be running Eviolite again. But like offensively, it looks really nice, so I'm hoping it can put in some work. Fourth Pokemon is my CACNE-YAH with a Choice Scarf. Energy Ball, Leaf Storm, Darples, and Switcheroo. I am bringing this thing to deal with Clauncher and with Arrokuda. Although I am very well aware that Clauncher can also just run Ice Beam or U-Turn, which could be really annoying. But honestly, his switch-ins aren't the greatest to Choice Scarf CACNE-YAH. At first I really wanted to be Choice Specs to just nuke everything. But the Pokemon that resist Grass, they do get 2-hit KO'd by my Choice Specs, for example, Energy Ball. But they just force me out. So if I just predict them and go for Choice Scarf Dark Pulse, they also get 2-hit KO'd. Because his Grass resists are a Charmander, a Joltik, and an Ekans. As well as then his Grass types as well, but I'm not scared of Smoliv, and Phantom is weak to Dark Pulse, so he doesn't have a Dark Resist, so Scarf Dark Pulse could be quite nice to clean up. Energy Ball and Leaf Storm are there to hit for massive damage, and with my speed investment, I would run everything with a Choice Scarf, unless he has Choice Scarfers himself, but it's just nice to revenge some things on his team, I feel like. Plus, Switcheroo is my last move, because I didn't need anything else, and I feel like if I can Switcheroo with Choice Scarf onto something like, for example, looking at it now, I don't really know what I would like to Choice Scarf, because Alolan Geodude with Choice Scarf can be scary. So maybe I won't switch it with something unless I know like they are going to click a setup move, or like the Pokemon that are remaining on his team aren't that threatening for mine. I could always Choice Scarf, for example, an Ekans Choice Locked into a poison move, then go into Magnemite, and then it should be fine. But it's just there to cripple something if I really want it to be. But yeah, the Grass Tapless Dark Pulse are just really nice in this matchup. Water Absorb for the Water types, max special attack, enough speed to run everything, and then I put the rest in bulk. Fifth Pokemon is my Fletchling with an Oranberry. Excited to be bringing Fletchling. I'm happy to have it at last, like, I had to wait 3 weeks for it, but I have it now. Oranberry with Braver, Acrobatics, U-Turn, and Swords Dance. Obviously, Gale Wings. I made sure I had 20 HP, so I actually made sure that I don't have 31 IVs, but I only have 29, I think. Because I really wanted to have 20 HP EVs. Because that means, like, as soon as I go to 10 HP, so that's 2 Stealth Rock switches, for example, I trigger my Oranberry, I go back to full so I can still abuse Gale Wings, and then I can just use Acrobatics instead of Bravers, which would be awesome. But Gale Wings Braver is also just really good against this team. He has 1 flying resist, and that is a Alolan Geodude, which is a very good flying resist, but as I mentioned before with Munchlax, I think that the Alolan Geodude will Terra out of its typing, so I feel like he won't have a single flying resist. So this Fletchling is also honestly really damn scary, especially if I can, for example, do Swords Dance and then I go to my Acrobatics so I don't have to Bravert. I think basically everything dies to a +2 full power Acrobatics. And yeah, with the Gale Wings, I basically outspeed everything. Because I think the only Pokemon that could be able to outspeed me is like a Choice Scarfed Arrokuda with Aqua Jet. I think that's the only thing that has higher priority than Gale Wings on my Gale Wings Acrobatics. On a max HP Fletchling. So I'm hoping this plan works. A max attack, and then I made sure I have the speed I needed. I think this speed allows me to outrun Claunchel below. And I have to speed tie the Ekans because I can't outspeed it cleanly. At least I'm pretty sure I can outspeed it cleanly. Let me see this quite quickly. Fletchling, max speed. Yeah, I am max speed, so I have to speed tie the Ekans. Although I don't really think Ekans will be max speed on his team. But yeah, I also have U-turn, so I can just have a very nice pivoting core with Fletchling, Scrap, and Magnemite into, for example, CACNE-YAH, or even into Munchlax, which is awesome. So I have a few options. I have a lot of pivoting this time. I'm hoping that makes me a lot more comfortable, because I usually really like my pivoting moves. And my last Pokemon is Eddie, the Sandygast. Also going, so like, debut for both of them. Eviolite on my Sandygast, because this is my best answer for Alolan Geodude. I think if he goes for a Terra type on his Alolan Geodude, he has to go for something that's super effective against Sandygast. Otherwise, it will be really hard for him to break. Like, sure, Geodude Alola still has moves to hit me for super effective damage. I think, at least. He actually doesn't. Unless he runs, like, Fling Big Nugget, of course. Which, like, don't count it out, I guess. But I feel like he'll probably run Terra Blast super effective to hit my Sandygast. Which opens up my Fletchling and my Munchlax quite nicely, so it's a nice goal to have. Also, Stealth Rocks are really good into this matchup. If I can break Focus Sashes or Sturdy, probably my Scrap can just go in, which could be really nice. It's also just really good to bait in the Sandshrew, because my Sandygast can also spin block that thing very easily. And I can try and spread some status with Scorching Sands, because I didn't value Earth power, to be honest, like the base power from Earth Power. Scorching Sands is a meme of a move. I don't think I've ever seen it burn, but according to Showdown, it has a 30% chance. It's the same as Scald, so I'm putting all my eggs in the burn basket with Scorching Sands. I decided on Sludge Bomb over Shadow Ball, because I don't think Phantom comes. I feel like the Swolef could come, because the Sandygast is quite the obvious bring into him, to be completely honest. And if he does bring Smolef, that's a really nice Pokemon to just set up on my Sandygast with. So I put Sludge Bomb on it to hit Smolef for super effective damage. Because even if the Phantom does come, I can easily go into, for example, my Munchlax, or my Magnemite, or my CACNE-YAH, or even my Fletchling if I know that the Phantom that isn't Will-O-Wisp. If it even has Will-O-Wisp. Let me see that too. Phantom does get Will-O-Wisp, so maybe not risk Fletchling immediately. But yeah, Max Fist Death on my Sandygast to deal with Alolan Geodude, as well as with Sandshrew. I guess this is my best switch in for Ekans too. Like, I don't want to be poisoned, and I don't want to get knocked off. But I guess if I do lose my Eviolite, the second knockoff will have consistent damage, so it's okay, I guess. Stealth Rocks are really good, short up to keep myself healthy. And my other moves I mentioned. So yeah, this is the team for week 4 of LPDL Little Cup Low Tier. Excited to use the 2 new boys. Yeah, the new boys. Excited to use the 2 new boys. Excited to have my high tier Magnemite again. And hopefully Skrelp and CACNE-YAH can put in some work as well. But yeah, thank you all for watching everyone, and I will see you in the battle. Peace. Alright everyone, we are connected to Cass, who has a Terra Rock Geodude and a Terra Dark Esper. So let's write that down first. Esper has Terra Dark. Geodude Alola has Terra Rock. That's not good for my... what's it called? Fletchling. Yeah. We also see Charmander. We also see Arcuda. Joltik and Smoliv. Interesting. Joltik and Smoliv. So we don't see hazard removal, which is honestly really damn nice. I think I'm always going to lead off with CACNE-YAH, to be completely honest with you. Because I can just be really annoying right off the bat. If he does go into his Joltik, I have a really nice switch into my Magnemite, for example. Could even go into Eddie, the Sandygast, but yeah, not too sure about that one. Let me put in Cass's team on Showdown, so we don't see the Ekans, which is awesome, to be honest with you. We do see Esper. We don't see the Clauncher either, so Arcuda. And we don't see Sandshrew, we see Joltik. Okay, yeah, leading off with CACNE-YAH, hopefully catch him off guard. I have decent enough switch-ins against most things that I don't want to see lead off, to be completely honest with you. So, yeah, here we go. I'm not fully prepared, I'm kind of winging it, to be honest, in this league. If I need to try hard, I think I will try hard at the end of the season. Kinda not feeling motivated to play draft at the moment, so like, I'm winging it, let's have some fun. Kimmy, Joltik. So, Joltik doesn't yeah, annoy me. If I go into my Magnemite, he'll Volt Switch, he goes into Geodude Alola, we don't have the greatest time, although he doesn't have the ground. So I will be able to Volt Switch out on that thing. Goes into Charmander, I can go into Munchlax. Yeah. I'm not too sure he'll Volt Switch. Does Joltik get a Grass move? Yeah, it does. Yeah, let's keep him Eddie alive. Go into Dinkle Hill. Ding, ding, ding. Ding, Dinkle Hill. Ding, ding, ding. Dinkle Hill. Alright, Magnemite. Yeah, okay, so we catch him Bug Buzz. That does 6, that's a lot of damage. Bug Buzz, that's also a sound-based move. So, he did 6 damage. So yeah, this is just max special attack. Bug Buzz. I'm always overestimating my Magnemite, to be completely honest. Let's Volt Switch here. He thunders. That does 8. Okay. Buzz, Thunder. Thunder did 8. And my Volt Switch was like 40. This thing has speed, by the way. Yeah, so that makes sense. That also all makes sense. I put a thing at 40%. I could just die to a Leaf Storm from CACNE-YAH. I will always die to a Fletchling move though, right? Yeah, it will. Yeah, it will. Let's go into Fletchling. Let's go into Fletchling. Here I have to decide if I want to Brave Bird into the very obvious Alolan Geodude, or if I want to U-turn out on the Geodude, because if he does stay in, and I U-turn out, I have to switch, which could be a little bit problematic. But I think I will just go for U-turn. I don't think he sacks this thing off. I think he'll go into Geodude. And I'd rather get my momentum immediately. So, yeah, okay. Good U-turn from me. Hopefully we don't see Rocky Helmet. Phil. Jeez, yeah, okay. Rocky Helmet? No! Awesome. Geodude, Alola. This thing is definitely not Eviolite. Yeah, definitely isn't. Let's go into Eddie! Eddie! Well, actually it could be Eviolite, to be completely honest with you. I think he can go into his small F, to be completely honest with you. I still value my Stealth Rock though, so I will click Stealth Rock. Yeah, okay. I think it's a small F right now. Dill. Phil and Dill. Small F. Yeah, okay, so we do have Stealth Rocks up, which is awesome. Sandy Gast. You do a lot with Sludge Bomb. But like, I assume this thing is EV Light. I kinda want you alive. Like, let's say the small F does have Leaf Storm. I have a chance at living it, to be completely honest with you. It's probably not worth it. Although I really don't see him click a Leaf Storm. I think he'll go for like a Lead Seed. Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. Yeah, exactly. Leech Seed. And I click a Sludge Bomb. We do like 50. Get a poison. Yeah! Good Sandy Gast. Good Sandy Gast. Ah, this is a harvest set. Oranberry. Feed. Okay. We do get a poison, which is awesome. Which is all I wanted, to be completely honest with you. And all the damage. And he gets his harvest again here. This is annoying. This is obviously very damn annoying. Small If. Do you get something to actually threaten my CACNE-YAH? Not really. I don't even think it gets a normal move to hit me with. Like, it could get Terrain. It could click Terrain pulse. I'm going into CACNE-YAH. I'm going to CACNE-YAH. See which one he wants to switch in on me. Alright. Terrain number 6. Giga Drain from a Smolif to my CACNE-YAH. 6 damage. Yeah. That all makes sense too. I think he'll switch out, probably fearing like loaded dice with Diggy. With my bug move, Pin Missile. I think I'll just click a Dark Pulse here. Yeah, okay. Hopefully we like get the Charmander, I'm assuming. Reptar, I do think this is Charmander. Yeah. Heavy duty boots. Heavy duty 2-shot this thing. Charmander. I'm going for it again. I always outspeed this thing. And this is a big threat gun. If I can just kill it with Dark Balls again. So Charmander has boots. I think I should just take this thing out. Yeah. Oh, crit. Don't think that matters, to be honest with you. He knows I'm Scarf now. He knows I'm Scarf now. So he could obviously go into his Esper. But I don't think Esper is that threatening. I mean, it does have Calm Mind stuff. So maybe I shouldn't. But like, with the Charmander down, that means I can actually go for... Yeah. That means I could actually go into my Munchlax on this thing though. So... yeah, I think I'm going into Munchlax. Going into Munchlax. Kinda baited out of Darkrai here. Has this Esper taken rock damage? That on Dark on Esper. Let's check if he has taken rocks damage. I assume he will have, but like, why would you then heavy duty boots on an Esper? But yeah, let's see. Munchlax, Esper, Reflect, Space. Okay, it has taken damage. I'm just going to click Curse right here. Nasty plot. Reflect plot. Okay. Okay. +2 Psychic and Psy Shock. Psychic and Side Shock on my Munchlax. I tank both. True Reflect, Body Slam still does the most, so I'm going for that then. Okay. Let's go, Munchlax. Nasty plots again. So now he's at +4. I don't do much damage, which is not great. I feel like this thing has to be Eviolite then, to be taking this little. Not 1000% sure yet. Side Shock. That's 18 damage to me. So, Side Shock, 18 damage. I always die to the next one. How many turns of Reflect are there still left? 1. After that, I feel like he should just die to my Fletchling again. Yeah, he will die to Fletchling after. Magnemite doesn't really do anything. Does Munchlax do well against the Joltik? Munchlax against the Joltik. How much time do I have left? Thunder from Joltik against Munchlax. Yeah, I take 2 of those. Oh wait, I don't. I always forget I have to put the investment in. I have a good chance of taking 2, to be honest. Let's go into Magnemite. Let's go into Magnemite. Magnemite. Side Shock on my Magnemite. Yeah, that did a lot of damage. Reflect wears off, which makes sense. Magnemite took 15 from Esper's Side Shock. Can I see if that's their usual roll? Yeah, it is a usual roll. I will just go for Voltage. Yeah, Dark Pulse too. So Magnemite dies to the Esper. Which all makes sense. And now I have to go into my... Yeah, actually do. I could go into CACNE-YAH, can't I? Like with an Eviolite. Yeah, like Energy Ball should take this thing out. Should I go into CACNE-YAH? Should I go into Fletchling? I waste my Gale Wings, which I don't really need, so I'm going into CACNE-YAH. Fletchling, I mean. Yeah. Click a Brave Bird here. Like, my Gale Wings is nice obviously, but Arrokuda shouldn't be able to be faster than my thingy anyway. Than my, what's it called? CACNE-YAH with a Choice Scarf. So I think I should be okay. Still have Scrap around too. So I think we should be okay. Reflect, Plop, Plastic Plop, Side Shock, you know the full set. Should write that down too. Okay. He withdraws, so I could have U-turned. I feel like he probably sacks something instead of going to Geodude. Yeah, Dill. That's not Phil. Yeah. Dill! This would be really nice, honestly, if I just don't take this thing out. Okay, I do take it out. Fletchling, KO, Smoliv. Good job, Bird. A lot of recoil, please? Not enough. Okay. I have to check out Okuda now. Because I'm assuming this thing comes out. I cannot risk my CACNE-YAH coming in on the Arrokuda. Because if he clicks an Ice Fang, I'm in big trouble. Kimi is Joltik. Does Joltik always outspeed me? Yeah, it does. You are still very important. I'm still going to Munchlax, you aren't important anymore. If he Volt Switches, that's a good play, but then I just sack off Munchlax. So, I should be okay with Munchlax at 15. Thunder. So he's a 7. I live. Munchlax against the Joltik. Body Slam does the most. EQ doesn't take it out. I would like to click EQ though. I will just click EQ because then I can go into CACNE-YAH. Yeah, okay. Okay. Hopefully catch the Geodude right here. Like, that'd be awesome if you catch Phil. Yeah! Come on, Munchlax! Take this thing out. Come on, Munchlax. Come on, Munchlax. Nice one. Let's go, Munchlax. This has been my best Pokemon on the team. It hasn't even been close. So we have Esper, Joltik, and Arrokuda left. I have my CACNE-YAH. Suzy is this Arrokuda, right? Yeah. Yeah. Suzy Qs. I'm clicking a Body Slam all the time. Clicking Body Slam all the time. I think my my CACNE-YAH could probably do this. So he clicks Psyfangs. Psyfangs. Let's see if Arrokuda max attack with a Choice Scarf. That does speed time my CACNE-YAH if he's adamant with Psyfangs. Adamant with Psychic Fangs. 57.1. My CACNE-YAH, wait, 12. My CACNE-YAH is higher. I can do this with CACNE-YAH. Okay. I have to click Energy Ball here. I am pretty sure I do hit KO Joltik as well. With 2 Energy Balls. Yeah, I should. I should. So Munchlax has gone down to Arrokuda. Don't forget to link your notes on the file. It's okay. Yeah, I should take this thing out. Nice one. Arrokuda dies to CACNE-YAH. Have to be careful about the Joltik, I guess. Here's Joltik. This thing is heavy duty boots. I do have to be careful about this Joltik actually. I need CACNE-YAH around. Who don't I need around? Fletchling actually. I don't need Fletchling. And best case scenario, he clicks like Bug Buzz, does 4 damage, puts me in my ordinary pet, and back to Gilwings. I don't need Fletchling. Do 4 damage exactly. 7 damage. Okay. I will click Acrobatics right here. Okay. So, Joltik KOs my Fletchling. But that is fine. Can CACNE-YAH do this right now? CACNE-YAH, Joltik, Dark Pulse. Not 1,000,000% sure yet. How much does Sandygast do to it? Sandygast does a lot. I can go into Sandygast. If this thing has Giga Drain. 252 Giga Drain. I will do more with Scorching Sands than he can recover. So, we're going for this. Yeah, okay. I think I put it in range for CACNE-YAH with this. Pretty sure at least I put it in range for CACNE-YAH with this. Yeah, this should be okay. Maybe it isn't. Maybe I'm misplaying. Maybe I'm misplaying. I may be misplaying. Wait. He has to click Giga Drain here. If I go into CACNE-YAH now, I win. If he makes the play and clicks a Bug Buzz, fair play. Fair play. Fair play. If he makes the play, if he makes the call, clicks Bug Buzz right here, I think he wins. Good job, me. I think that ensures I win the game. Yeah, it does. All right, goes on. Kimi goes down to CACNE-YAH. Awesome. CACNE-YAH! Let's go, Robber. Let's go. Esper. Terra Dark. With an Eviolite. It does live. Does Scralp die to a Psyshock? Does Scralp die to a Psyshock? I mean, even if light screen is up, to be honest, wait, even if light screen is up. Yeah, Scralp dies, CACNE-YAH. Ooh. Not sure yet. Right. Go into Eddie. I hope you die, Eddie. I really hope you die, Eddie. Okay. Esper kills my Sandcastle. And now we should be fine with CACNE-YAH. Light screen isn't up. Yeah, we're okay. We're in the clear. That was close. Alright, I had to make some plays. Click Energy Ball and win. I think that's GG to Kaz. Yeah. Oh, another crit. Don't think it matters. Hope it doesn't matter. Yeah, I think I played really well. Not caring actually worked, I guess. Yeah, I think I made all the plays perfectly, to be honest here. GG's to Kaz, very fun game. And thank you all for watching, everyone. And I will see you next week for week 5. With me being 3-1, look at me go. But yeah, thank you all for watching and peace.